Garrett, how reluctant were you to become a utility guy, and what are your feelings about it after getting the opportunities you've had?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it's a good position for a team, any team. I think it gives flexibility to the manager, being able to kind of put me in different spots and different situations, giving some guys some rest maybe, late inning switches, anything like that. I think is huge for a team. So, I'm up for the challenge. Just trying to get as many reps as possible at each position and just being ready to go.
Any particular ones you feel more comfortable with?
Growing up playing shortstop my whole life, I feel pretty comfortable there. Playing second the last few years, definitely have grown there. And then, outfield's new, but at the same time, I think I feel really natural out there. And, I feel comfortable pretty much everywhere. So I'm in a good spot, just like I said, just trying to stay sharp at all those positions.
When you're in the minor leagues and they start talking about that to you, at first, is there a hesitation, like, why do I have to play other positions, or did you embrace it right away?
No, I think I embraced it right away. I mean, I'm not a dummy. You could look at the team and see Trevor Story there. I think anybody has to look above them and realize, what might be the path to help the team win. And, I knew that probably wasn't, shortstop right away. So, I'm willing to move around, try different positions. I think like I said, it's going to help me out in my career. So it's good. It's good for me, and I'm glad I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Kyle Newman.
Hey, just to piggyback off of Tracy's questions, I know obviously the Rockies are pretty well known for getting their players to be versatile defensively throughout the minors. When was it that you first started transitioning away? Were you drafted as a shortstop or right? And then kind of when did you first start, playing outfield, just kind of playing other positions in the system?
Yeah, drafted as a shortstop. Was a shortstop throughout college and high school. And, first couple of years in the minors, I was mainly just playing shortstop, especially rookie ball. I think when I got to Lancaster with Brennan, we started kind of flip-flopping back and forth in the middle infield, shortstop and second base. Got to Hartford and kind of started to experiment some outfield play and practice. And I remember getting a few games in AA. And then AAA is when I started to, realize I need to be able to play there. And the coaches got me some starts out there. And, and then last year, obviously, playing some outfield down the stretch there.
Yeah, and so in the outfield, I know you played quite a bit of center field behind Dahl and others. Has that been communicated to you, kind of the plan for you in the outfield this year? Are you going to be like a backup center fielder? Do you also anticipate playing the corners as well?
I anticipate, playing wherever Bud wants to put me. So really staying sharp, getting a lot of reps in center right now. Feel really comfortable there. But I'm just going to be ready for whatever. So I'm not really sure.
Thanks.
Kevin Henry, go ahead.
Hey, Garrett, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Hey, curious, obviously September was on fire for you last year. Then the off season and then a longer off season happens. How do you try to recapture what happened in September, and what lessons did you learn from that stretch that you had with the Rockies?
Yeah, I'm going through some struggle in the early part of the year, but I think it really helped me out mentally, just being able to go through that struggle and knowing I could pull myself out of it was good to go through, especially at a young age and early part in your career. But September was good. I made some adjustments and proved to myself that I could have some success up here at this level, and prove to my teammates and coaches that I can have success at this level. So that was important for me to kind of prove that. But at the same time, I was really excited to get back to spring, get this season rolling, and kind of pick up where I left off. Unfortunately, it's a little longer than what we expected, but I feel good right now, and I can't wait for this year.
And mentally, how do you balance the whole versatility? I mean, it all sounds good to us, but I know that obviously it's got to be tough on you to not know what days and what positions are going to be. How do you balance that?
Yeah, you gotta be on your toes. You got to be flexible. Trying to stay sharp at each position during BP. It's important to get reads, in the infield and in the outfield. I try to do both every single day. So, you know, I'm on my feet maybe a little more, but I'm able to kind of. I'm realizing that it's going to be important for this team, so I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and I'll be ready.
Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Garrett. Looks like that's all the questions we have. Really appreciate you hopping on here with everyone.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Garrett. Good job.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'll be our world
Okay.
like that. So like say you had a big hit in the game, like Buddy will go first, and we'll bring
Yeah.
like Kyle in, and then bring you in. And,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
So like pretty much this is what we're doing the whole year.
Till
Till further notice.
Yeah, till we get a vaccine. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it
thank
worked
you.
pretty well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's
Cool.
just and once you get used to it, it's great.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and you know all those guys, so
Right.
yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Warren.
Thank you. See you, brother. Have a good day.
You too.